Hello, hello, this is the Morning Gardener. Just getting in, just getting in, up from a nap, however you want to say it. I just finished relaxing, really relaxed. It is now 4:36 a.m. Excuse me, p.m. Like I said, I'm still relaxed. Yeah, but everything looks good. I made some adjustments to this camera. I'm just wondering if I like it or I want to change anything. Okay, I'm just gonna wait until we get some more people in the room, and we'll start a conversation. Just hold tight. Just waiting on some more people to get into the room, and we'll start a conversation concerning gardening. Those summer days, those summer days. Those summer days, those summer days. Don't go changing, trying to please me. Never let me down before. No, Lord. I take the good times. I'll take the bad times. I'll take you just the way you are. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Uh, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I need to know that you will always be same old someone that I knew. What would it take till you believe in me the way that I believe in you? Okay, we'll do it today with 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Okay, this is the Morning Garden, as you obviously know. I appreciate you for stopping by and coming in, and we can share this time together. I went out today to purchase some groceries. Today, of all days, I ran out of eggs. Had to get some eggs. Got 3 cartons of eggs and some other items. But I walked by the produce section in this particular market, and I remember seeing the one thing that jumped out was ginger. Now, I've already started some ginger in a flat pan some weeks ago. I should have put the date on there, but I didn't. But they're in there just holding on until the weather breaks, and they're doing that thing. Now, the same place I bought that ginger, I bought this ginger here. Now, let me show you what I got here. This is ginger, of course. The freshest pieces I could find, and what I do is I just look over the case, and fresh ones jump out at me, and I can see, oh, those are fresh. They're not wrinkled. They're not flaking away. As far as um, the way the skin will flake a little bit. These are pretty fresh. Oh, you can still smell them too. You can still smell these as well. And so we come here and we do have a little bit of flaking going on. Okay. So what we do is we take this and we open the pack up. Now, what I will do with these, you don't have to when you planting these or set them up for spring planting, which is putting them in a flower pot. That's what I do. Yeah, these are flaking a little, but for the most part, these are nice and clean. Now, these are small pieces. These are the runts of the planting that they did. These are the runts, and so these runts will grow full-size ginger. Believe me, it's just that how you set them up. And let's see what we got here. So I got that piece, and all together it comes to what they're saying here on the pack. How many ounces is this? 8 ounces. And now we got one piece here that's questionable whether it's going to do anything. I see one eye on here, but it's very dry. This one here looks questionable whether it'll grow, but I'm going to try it because I believe it will. But this piece here really looks, oh yeah, this piece is kind of dry. And this here is a healthy, fluffy piece, I call it. It's got a number of protrusions on it. Those eyes, doesn't have a lot of eyes on it, but it's got enough on it to do what I need it to do. Right here, I think it's one. So these are going to be part of my stock. Now, this one here, I may break this into, I may not. Because I don't have to break it in two. I can leave it like it is. I can leave this one actually like it is. And this one here will be also planted. Then I have this one here, which is a very good piece. Got nice little, you can see right here with my fingers tapping. That's an eye. You can see it where I'm tapping right there. That's an eye. And that will grow into a beautiful, it will send the roots out and the tops. You got beautiful ginger. Now this one here's got, oh, let me say, get it right here. Right here's an eye. Right here's an eye. Can you see them? And up here. So you put this in the right conditions. Now what I will do to these, I will soak these for, I think I'm gonna soak them for, I don't know, overnight, 8 hours, something like that. And when I do that, they will be fine. I will have ginger growing. This is all I'm growing, which is the new setup I'm doing. And once I do that, I will have ginger. It's just that simple. I'll put these back in this bag here. I just want to show everyone what I'm doing, because when grocery prices and food starts getting really, really messed up this year, it's going to take them some time to come back. They're selling a lot of stuff overseas. They are selling out of the seeds. A lot of companies, they are going to have issues. They're going to be issues, and more people this year, which is this also tightening it up. More people this year are growing gardens. I mean, because it's instinctive that the food supply is going to be somewhat heavy demand on it. It's going to be a heavy demand on the food supply. So I just want you to be prepared for that. So anything you can do to help, which is purchase some seeds, some tomatoes, some cucumbers, some squash. Squash is a very meaty vegetable to eat. And I went out today looking for squash, and I could not really find what I wanted. I have already yellow squash, summer squash, but I should have purchased some more. But what I'm going to do is, I got my mind set on one Walmart store that's opening. That's going to be it's about to do it in February. And so once the seeds go in there, I'm pushing straight to that store. And I still won't get there before people will be buying the stuff up, because they hit that store pretty fast. So I have the number programmed into my phone. I will make daily calls on whether or not the seeds are there. And once I hear the manager of the garden department says, yes, the seeds are here, we haven't put them out yet, or yes, we put them out, they arrived yesterday, I'm on my way. On my way there. And that's what I'm looking for. Seeds. I want more seeds. Let me see if I could, might contact them now. Let's see. Walmart. Okay, I don't see them there, but I know how to get to them, of course. And I'm gonna make this call, and I'm gonna let you hear what I'm doing here, because Walmart. Welcome to Walmart. I like to say that sometimes. Welcome to Walmart. Okay, here we are. That'll save me time. Walmart. So that's a save. And so I have it for later. I don't want to keep having to look it up.
Thank you for calling your local Walmart. Our associates are working every day to offer you a pleasant and safe shopping experience. Most of our stores are now open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Please check your store page at walmart.com for more details on local store.
Now, we may not get them because it's a very busy store. Very unorganized.
For electronics, press 2. For pickup, press 3. For deli, press 4. To speak with an associate, press 0. To repeat this menu.
See, you might get somebody on the phone, but it's very slim chance. Busy store. It's like the time I was sitting there waiting in line to return an item. I'm just standing there, and I said, okay, 2 more rings and I'm gonna call it. Come on. Okay. All right. Now, is there another way if you had to find out if something was in stock at Walmart? There should be a way to do this where you could actually monitor their inventory. But I will check on that. See, how can you do that? How can you do that? Check on Walmart's inventory at a particular location. Let's see. Now, I want to know when will the seeds be in at the particular Walmart on Hillen Street. And I want to know, where will the seeds be in? There is a way to do that, and I will check on that after I complete this. Now, what I'm going to do with this ginger here is I will. I have some soil already set up that I want to use, and all this soil is set up for doing is basically staging the ginger until it's time to. I think Lowe's will show you. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, Lowe's is just a lot better organization. But when Walmart have those 50-cent seeds that they have, well, they have every year. This year is totally different, though. This is totally different. But you get them for 50 cents. It's not a lot in the pack, but it's enough for you to just get crazy with and actually do some serious gardening with. But I want to get on to those 50-cent seeds, because what people do come in, they usually grab 10, 12, 13 packs at a time, or more than that. They grab 13 of this item, 10 of that item, and that's how they do it. And they usually sell them online, that sort of thing. If you got to get there, why because they don't restock those. They don't restock those at all. They just do it one time and that's it. And it comes and it's gone. And then the rest of the seeds are in the other locations of the store gardening department, and they have, in fact, the regular prices like all the other stores. But I sometimes get a good deal, like the watermelons and onions and peppers. I got a pepper from there one time. Oh my God, it was a good pepper. It was called some kind of Mexican something. And I looked at that and I said, wow, this is and it grew beautifully. It grew beautiful. Yeah. That's an idea. That's an idea at the dollar store. In fact, when they do have their seeds come in, you could go there and really, get a number of different items. I usually steer clear from the dollar store. I have my reasons. I've had some, unsuccessful, plantings with the seeds that were from there. But my understanding, some people are saying, is that some people have grown them and they've been fine. But from my experience, I haven't had much success. So I stuck with kind of like the Walmart and Burpees and that sort of thing. I think Martha Stewart has a seed. She has a name on the seed pack, and when you get certain seeds, they are put together in the best way possible so that they have excellent germination. The only problem with most seeds is that when they grow the seeds in a perfect environment, the parents that produce those seeds usually require that their offspring or their seedlings or whatever require the same amount of care. And when you don't give them that kind of care, they show their appreciation by not producing much fruit or being weak or dying, even dying. They like to be pampered because that's how their parents were grown. The perfect water temperature, the perfect lighting, the perfect amount of water at the exact same time each day, the perfect temperature. Everything is perfect. So when you take them out of that environment, you either buy the seedlings in the cups or you plant them from seed. It's genetically conditioned to be a seed that's not very strong. A weed will grow anywhere. Don't care where you put it. Don't care where the seeds land at. If it land on the side of a brick wall, it'll grow. In a curb, cracks in the street, fertilizer, no fertilizer, soil, gravel, rocks, it doesn't matter. A seed from a weed will grow because that's the genetic makeup that it has, and also that's the way it grows. It just is conditioned for that. And the ones where we put in the ground, it's been 90% of our vegetables are man-made. 90%, about 90% of them are man-made, and those seeds have been altered. They pretty much kind of wimpy when you put them in the garden. That's why they need so much care. But that being said, just keep your mind. Keep your mind open on those seeds when they come through. Also, fertilizers is another thing. One thing we have up here, we have a place that sells Black Kow, which is Lowe's. You mentioned that earlier, Lowe's, and Lowe's sells a Black Kow, and as soon as it comes in, it's gone. That's how Black Kow is. So what I usually wind up doing is buying Black Kow in the dead of winter, while the bags are still ice. I buy them. Even sometimes they've closed the gardening department and put a sign up saying gardening department is closed until spring or whatever. I will get somebody, come back there, open it up, take a cart, get about 6 or 7 or 8 bags of Black Kow and roll them to the front of the store, pay for them, and go home. And take the bags and stack them outside. And when the weather breaks, move them to the location where I'll be using them and keep it moving. I still have a few bags left over from last year, and the worms have went all through it and eaten and crapped and everything in the bag. So that's actually a better bag. When you buy the ones in the spring, when they bring that fresh pallet in there, you got a lot of wood chips and everything in there. That's green basically. And it robs your vegetable garden of nitrogen. So you can keep that in mind when you're putting down some of these amendments, because they want to move them fast. They need to make the money. I mean, if it they may say it needs to sit for X amount of days or months, and they'll cut that short. They got to make that money. I believe Home Depot has Black Kow as well. Yeah, I believe you're right about that. They do have Black Kow in some locations. The ones that I go to, I have 2 in my immediate location, and they don't ever have it. They never have it. I've checked a number of times in the last 20 years I've been in this location, and it does not have Black Kow. So that being said, Lowe's have always been the one that had the Black Kow. Let's see. I have my store has it. Is it? I know my store has it. Oh yeah. Sure. Some of them may have it, but some don't. See, our Lowe's has it in the stock. Your Lowe's is on the ball. If your Lowe's have them right now, your Lowe's is on the ball, because right now that's when you're supposed to be buying it. right now. If you use it, you're supposed to be buying that stuff right now, because when the weather changes and human beings get to feel the warmth of that day, they're buying that stuff. They're getting the mulch. They're getting. You see them buying the mulch by the bags, you know, and once they buy all the mulch up, they're ready to garden. Everybody's got the fever now, but you can absolutely get these items. And don't forget, when you go to these stores, look for those busted bags. Look for the busted bags. You get a break on those. Bags that are taped up, bags that are busted, that they can slide into a plastic bag and sell you for a little or nothing. Look for those too, because they're out there. I bought a bag that was busted. It was powdered lime, and I got it. You know, I've never used it up because it's just so much of it. You know, and 40-pound bag of that, and it's just dry. I keep it in dry storage. Bought some what they call a perlite, and they usually go here. They use about let's say $20 a bag, and the $20 bags, absolutely, just sitting out there right now outside. I don't bring them indoors. If they get wet, whatever, it doesn't bother me. But I got them marked down because one had the bag busted, one had a bag that was taped up, and the guy said, "Go ahead, take it for 15." And I took it. Now, I don't use a lot of it, but I figured get two big, huge bags. Some people talk about there's a perlite that's for work. What they call it is work. It deals with your house, and you can buy a huge bag for the same price. I have yet to find stores like that. I think they're at Tractor Supply stores or something to that effect. Perlite, the big bags. It's huge bags. Let's see if we can say seeds and grow from cheap supplies. And this is starting my preparation today. I am mixing with black and Coca-Cola. Okay, you are growing. You're starting your seeds today. And let's see, my peppers today. You did a mix with Black Cow and Cocoa Core. Yeah, a very good mix. Very good mix. Very good mix. You know, and what you're using, because you know, if you use a cow manure, you definitely got a good mix right there. That's the same exact. Well, almost. I'll put it that way. Almost the same mix I did about 2 weeks ago. I made all my seedling mix, and I used the Black Cow, and I used peat moss, and I used also a little bit of what they call it, lime, to kind of balance out the acidity, the pH, excuse me, and so and I added some other ingredients in there to make my seed mix. So that's what I did, and so I'm waiting on the time to start. I don't want to start too early. I did that before, and the plants was just shooting up all over the place, and I had no room for this and no room for that. I have a small area where I have to work with, but again, I live in. Okay, you live in Alabama and Zone 7B. We're in the same zone. 7B is where I'm also here as well, in Zone 7B. I say lime. Thank you. Yeah, but the lime is just used because of the acidity of the peat moss, and that's why I use the lime to, you know, kind of balance the pH out, adjust it, you know. And some people put a little bit of fertilizer in with the oh, no problem at all. Some people a little bit of fertilizer in, because you got to remember, for a period of time until you see the true leaves, the seed has everything it needs to survive on its own. Absolutely everything it needs. You don't need to fertilize it. But once you start developing the true leaves, and that tells you that you start to develop roots, and those roots are seeking nourishment. And so you want to make certain that there's something there for the plant to eat. A lot of what you want to do is make a really, really weak mix of it's a foliar spray, and it's made from oh God, what do they call it? Fish emulsion. But I like to take my fish emulsion and whatever it says, I cut that in half. I do not like to use, if they say 1 teaspoon per gallon, it'll be a half a teaspoon per gallon, because I need my plants to get multiple feedings. I don't want to put it all in there at one time. I want to be able to give it multiple feedings. So, I mean, everything is gentle when they're very young. Everything is gentle. Now, you get them to the point where you use a heat mat and you set it the proper setting. I can't remember right offhand. I think it's like 80 degrees for pepper plants. And the hotter peppers take a little longer to germinate on average. But as soon as they break and you see green, as soon as you see green, get them under the lights. Get them off the heat mat, get them under the lights, because you want to make absolutely certain that the light starts to, you want short, stocky, strong plants, not weak and limp, long-legged plants. And sometimes if you wait too long, even though you pull them from under the heat mat, for a period of time, they'll keep growing elongated, and you don't want that. As soon as they up and you see the germination in the green, pull them underneath the light, 2 to 3 inches above them, and monitor this. I usually leave for first 2 to 3 days. I leave them on continuous. I want them to grow. And then after the third day, I break back down to 16 hours, and then break back down to 14 hours and like that. And then 14 hours, I ride it all the way out until I'm ready to start exposing them to outside. And try not to, folks, if you can. Don't forget the fan. It's very important. It's very crucial. If you have to buy a little cheap little fan, $20 fan or whatever, you have the fan blowing on these plants, and it develops their stems from them being rocked back and forward. They will get stronger, and that's what you want. You need that. You don't need to have them just growing. And it keeps down all kind of funguses and that sort of thing. That can be a problem with some seedlings. Well, I can see I'm talking you good people to death. I'm going to call it right now, and it's been 32 minutes and 46 seconds. But I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. This has been The Morning Gardener, and hopefully well, I'm on and off, but Monday is the day that I'm usually on, and I give a show for a longer period of time. This is The Morning Gardener, and you have been talked to death by the gardening nut. I love it. I love this gardening thing. Thank you very much. Keep on growing.